Hello, Twinkle. Welcome to Spotlight. I am Sakshi from BuzzInContent.
Hello, Sakshi. Thanks for inviting me. I'm really excited for today.
So, before we proceed, let's take a moment to introduce you to our viewers as well. So, having successfully passed her CA exam in 2018, Twinkle embarked on her career as a finance professional. So, it wasn't until April 2021 that she began creating Instagram videos with the goal of promoting financial literacy. Do you have anything else to add on to it? You can definitely add it.
Not really. मतलब जितना था उतना काफी है.
तो आपने अपनी जर्नी कैसे शुरू करी लाइक यू ट्रांजिशन फ्रॉम बीइंग अ फाइनेंस प्रोफेशनल टू अ क्रिएटर ऑन इंस्टाग्राम
So basically, what happened was because I was a CA and when I was working in my corporate job, a lot of my friends, firstly, I saw they were making financial blunders. जैसे salary was, for example, 50,000, their spend was 60,000. They
ओके
had like, EMIs lined up for nothing. They were मतलब सैलरी आती नहीं थी और उनकी EMIs में उनकी सैलरी खत्म हो जाती थी तो एंड दे हैड अ लाइफस्टाइल व्हिच डिडंट सपोर्ट देयर paycheck. So
राइट
I saw a lot of financial blunders like that. And because I'm a CA, by the time 31st March came in or 31st July came in, a lot of my friends were like, Twinkle, ये कैसे करना है, वो कैसे करना है, कैसे टैक्स बचा सकते हैं, हमें रेंट
राइट
एग्रीमेंट में क्या क्या लिखना चाहिए, and a lot of questions on similar sort. And I started creating content on Instagram. Firstly, जिसमें मैं सीए से रिलेटेड जो भी मैंने सीखा था सीए में वही बना रही थी उसी के
ओके
learnings को I was giving out as a fun entertaining reel so that people can like learn while getting entertained.
ऑलराइट एंड वो कौन सा ऐसा रील था इफ यू रिमेम्बर या क्या ऐसा कंटेंट था दैट वेंट वायरल
So my first content that went viral was तब मैंने ना मैकबुक खरीदा था अपना तो आई थॉट कि मैं द थिंग्स दैट आई यूज टू सेव मनी ऑन इट मैंने उसी पे रील बना दी कि जीएसटी
ओके
क्या रिफंड ले सकते हैं एचडीएफसी वगैरह कार्ड्स के जो डिस्काउंट्स होता है एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा ऐसे पांच तीन चार चीजें थी तो दैट वेंट वायरल
ओके
दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट पीस ऑफ कंटेंट.
ऑलराइट एंड ऑल्सो लाइक मेनी अदर क्रिएटर्स आर डूइंग nowadays do you also have plans to start your own business
सो बिजनेस की बात करें तो yes, I do. I already have a few avenues going on. Like we have a consulting firm, and then
okay
I had made 2 3 courses also collaborating with other brands.
hmm.
But more than business, I see them as giving back to my community because
Hmm.
reels में सिर्फ छोटे short form में सिखा पाती हूँ, but courses में
right
teach them in longer form या फिर
hmm.
in a more detailed manner or consulting भी is also one of a way in which I help my audience but
okay.
ये के अलावा finance के अलावा I am planning to start a D2C brand
Okay.
तो जिसके अभी सप्लाई चेन का फिगर आउट कर रहे हैं हम चीजें एंड आई कांट रिवील द प्रोडक्ट फॉर नाउ बट देन वंस इट्स आउट आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड फॉर इट.
All the best to you for that.
थैंक यू.
Also, I keep on talking to a lot of creators और मुझे काफी लोगों से सुनने को मिलता है कि पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आज की डेट में क्रिएटर्स के लिए सो क्योंकि उनको ऐसा लगता है मोनेटाइज करने का एक अलग से तरीका है वो विच इज लॉन्ग लास्टिंग यू नो एज कम्पेयर टू क्रिएटिंग कंटेंट वो कभी पता नहीं आज कोई क्रिएटर फेमस है कल नहीं है सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट इट
So I feel content बना रहे हैं people are learning from it, that is one thing, but uh, for example there are like 10 creators making content around same niche, then how do you differentiate yourself amongst those? Also I feel कि people associate with people, they resonate
राइट
with people. For example, people know me not matlab, as see a Twinkle Jain, but they'll start resonating with me with real because of my real story or because of who I am. So I feel that way personal branding is very necessary because uh, सिर्फ कंटेंट में ही होता है कि इफ आई एम गिविंग ज्ञान ठीक है बट देन उसके अलावा हाउ डू पीपल कनेक्ट विथ मी कनेक्शन आई थिंक कम्स फ्रॉम पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग लर्निंग कम्स फ्रॉम कंटेंट बट देन कनेक्शन कम्स फ्रॉम पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग
ओके
so it's necessary to have a personal, to show out your personal side and be there and develop a personal brand for yours.
Right. Also, out of curiosity, I'm just asking, since you are a financial creator, तो ये challenging होता है to educate and entertain your audience at the same time.
इट्स वेरी चैलेंजिंग, मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे मेरे को कोई कॉन्सेप्ट दिमाग में आ रहा है, ठीक है, अभी उस कॉन्सेप्ट को idea takes firstly time,
Hmm.
secondly research around that takes another
Right.
time, और उसके बाद you have to script in a way that it becomes entertaining for your audience to consume, because
Hmm.
span of attention has really reduced right now. And
Right.
so to keep the audience engaged, and Instagram being a platform where people come for entertainment, you have to push your content that way. You have to push your content in a way that is entertaining or is understandable enough. For example, अगर मैं कोई 80C 80D के बारे में बता रही
Hmm.
हूँ जो टैक्स के सेक्शंस है, अगर मैं सिर्फ ऐसे ही बताऊंगी तो लोगों को शायद नहीं समझ आएगा,
Hmm.
उसको थोड़ा टोन डाउन करना पड़ेगा टू हेल्प द लेमैन अंडरस्टैंड. तो वो सब चीज़ें बहुत सारी सोच के स्क्रिप्टिंग एग्जीक्यूशन में ज़्यादा टाइम जाता है rather than research and ideation.
Right. Also, we have seen instances of creators, certain creators, giving out questionable financial advice. So, how can viewers distinguish between reliable and unreliable information being given out by such creators?
So, of course, some creators
Hmm.
might have done that. Uh, इसमें ये होता है कि you have to see कि how authentic the creator is. You can't blindly trust everyone and anyone. You have to see कि वो लोग the resources that they use, or
Right.
the if they have a particular qualification or not. For
Hmm.
example, अगर if some 18 or 17-year-old person is giving out ज्ञान about how to save tax,
Hmm.
but how do you know how to save tax when you yourself are not into the income group? So having a particular qualification, certification, or a particular sort of background
Hmm.
gives more credibility to the creator. So one should check that. Then they should
Right.
check. Also, more than that, creator giving out information is one thing, but you should also do your check. For
Hmm.
example, if one is giving out ABC information, you should, rather than blindly following it, you should
Hmm.
also recheck the information, see if it suits you or not, and then implement it into your life. Because though someone may give a particular sort of advice,
Hmm.
it's not necessary that that advice is applicable to all.
Right.
For example, personal finance is personal for a reason. So you
Hmm.
have to see if it goes with your lifestyle, or if it suits you or not, if it
Hmm.
suits your goals or not, if it matches your what you want in your life or not, and accordingly
Right.
take.
Okay. And what steps do you take to ensure, that your financial content is accurate and trustworthy?
So, whenever I put a content out or whenever I script before that, I thoroughly research on the topic. Though, जैसे for example, initially I was making जो मैंने CA में सीखा था, ठीक है. अभी though I know the things, though I've learned about it, but there are a lot of amendments that come in regularly.
Okay.
CA में कि
Hmm. Hmm.
section
Hmm.
में change होते हैं, limits etc etc. तो दोज अमेंडमेंट्स ऑल्सो, जैसे मेरे को कुछ याद है बट उसमें अमेंडमेंट आ गया, तो फिर उस
Hmm.
चीज को भी आई हैव टू कीप अ चेक ऑन. फिर उसके बाद अलावा आई चेक फ्रॉम बेयर एक्ट. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल बेयर एक्ट इज द होल, मतलब रूल बुक ऑफ द सीए का, तो उसमें आई डोंट रिलाई ऑन random websites. I
Okay.
actually go to Bear Act
Hmm.
and check the sections, और उसमें से ही information I used to take. उसके अलावा कुछ भी कंटेंट पीस जाता है उसके लिए हर जगह से चेक होके आई ऑल्सो स्पीक टू माई अदर प्रोफेशनल फ्रेंड्स जो
Hmm.
उस सिमिलर फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं. और
Hmm.
अभी हमें कोई डाउट है तो उसको 4-5 जन से डिस्कस करने के बाद हुआ रिलायबल इनफ, ओनली देन आई पुट आउट अ कंटेंट. अगर मैं खुद श्योर नहीं होती हूँ तो फिर आई डोंट गो अहेड विद द कंटेंट.
Okay.
एंड इफ बाय एनी चांस अगर कुछ होता है तो आइदर आई टेक डाउन द कंटेंट और देयर इज अ सिंसियर अपॉलजी टू द ऑडियंस, या फिर कुछ
Okay.
एडिट करके इफ समथिंग कैन बी
Hmm.
फिक्स्ड.
Okay. And I need your opinion on this. आपको लगता है कि content creators को regulate, especially financial content creators को regulate करना चाहिए to ensure the accuracy of financial information that they are being provided?
So I think more than any regulation from outside, people should self-regulate firstly, because they are influencers and there are a lot of people who actually trust them. They follow them for the information that they provide, and therefore they should be held accountable. There should be an accountability on from their own end. They should try to give out information which is not misleading. And इसमें भी ऐसा होता है कि there are two sort of influencers or creators. One is who act, who are actually giving out stock tips or giving out links to their Telegram channels कि do this and make itna profit,
Right.
or who are sharing, who are making fake screenshots of their PNL account guaranteeing profits, and which leads to misinformation. उनके लिए शॉर्ट टर्म गेन हो जाता है, बट जो दूसरे उनको फॉलो कर रहे हैं उनके लिए थोड़ा मिस
Right.
जाता है. तो वन इज दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ creators, and the other one are जो who are actually just educating people and not just giving out information कि
Hmm.
five stock tips to five stocks to buy or whatever, but उनका they actually educate कि how to actually do the analysis, what works. वो लोग ये नहीं बताते कि ये सही है ये गलत है, बट क्या होता है एग्जैक्टली कि
Hmm.
दे आर एक्चुअली हेल्पिंग पीपल लर्न. सो आई फील जो फॉर्मर सॉर्ट ऑफ क्रिएटर्स हैं उनके लिए रेगुलेशन होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज दैट इज एक्चुअली मिसलीडिंग. एंड जो दूसरे टाइप के क्रिएटर्स हैं उनके लिए regulations थोड़ी lenient होनी चाहिए, because I feel they are not actually misleading people, and they're just educating and
Right.
helping people become more financially literate. So
Hmm.
that way, I think that would work in favor of the audience as well. And for me, it's more like I create content. For example, in my case, I create content which is around taxes or personal finance, or
Hmm.
helping people know what uh, psychology of money is, which is not making people decide on play with their money. It's actually
Hmm.
helping them learn about
Right.
uh, what
Maybe about
what.
educating them.
Yes, it's just
Hmm.
educating them. So I feel uh, those creators should not be regulated, but the others should be.
So, moving ahead, do you think, like, with the recent controversies around influencers, are brands becoming more cautious about collaborating with creators who deal with finance content?
Yes, of course. I think brands, not just right now after the regulations, but पहले भी थोड़े conscious थे. If there were creators जिनके around कुछ controversy already थी, be it finance influencers or others, तो वो लोग brands were a little taken aback if the creator had some controversy attached with them, because they didn't want to associate their brand name with
Hmm.
the controversy, and
Right.
therefore they didn't, क्योंकि अगर तुम नहीं तो कोई और. So
Hmm.
they didn't want themselves to work with such creators. And now with the regulations, I think Finfluencers के साथ ऐसा I have seen कि certain sort of brands are not associating themselves with the creators which were actually caught in this whole storm of
Right.
regulation. And उनने उनने अगर पहले भी पार्टनरशिप की थी तो I heard from somewhere कि वो लोग को they had to take the videos down.
Hmm.
So I think yes, brands have become more conscious, but it's not affecting me because my content is a little different, and I didn't actually work with in a way ki that would affect people.
So, also, since you're saying that your content is a little different, I just want to know what all topics do you touch upon?
So generally, I touch upon topics which are, so initially when I started out, I just put up all the content that I learned in CA. जो मैंने CA में tax में सीखा था वही मैं produce कर रही थी content. फिर उसके बाद also मेरी जो daily insights होती है, for example the psychology that is attached to money. So जैसे for example using cash gives you a pain of paying, rather
Hmm.
than paying through UPI, because UPI से तुम ज़्यादा खर्चे कर देते हो या फिर क्रेडिट कार्ड से, because you don't feel the pain of paying. So such
Right.
psychologies, और उसके अलावा जो स्टार्टिंग में जो CA में सीखा था मैंने टैक्स वगैरह के रिलेटेड, वो फिर उसके अलावा certain things that I learn on day-to-day basis, anything that helps you understand, make or know money. So that is the content that I create around, and a lot of times some business insights that I get. If my father or if anyone who is running a business, if I get an insight from them, उनसे या फिर कोई brands ने जो पहले execute कर रखी है वो सब, so fun topics I feel, and बहुत सारे personal finance topics also, and also बीच में I started a series where which helped women know their finances well, because I see कि a lot of women who are actually very smart in managing their money, but there was a gap कि they was, though they were smart, they were still dependent on their significant others for management of their money. So
Right.
I had started a series for women solely, how women in money, ki, uh, which was named "Keep Charge of Your Finance with Twinkle." Ki though women should take charge of their finances, and usme I spoke about how women can handle their money well. एंड उसके अलावा कोई स्टार्टअप्स वगैरह को अगर लोन्स चाहिए या फिर टू रन देयर बिजनेसेस, तो
Hmm.
उनके लिए क्या क्या स्कीम्स अवेलेबल है फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट, ये सब भी कंटेंट आई मेक.
Okay. So to what I am analyzing is कि आपकी observation काफी सही है, because अभी मेरे को just बात करते हुए realization काफी, it was hard hitting that how I am spending way much अपनी UPI से then giving out cash. मेरे को habit नहीं है पैसे रखने की. So I think my point is that these are very common things जो daily लोगों के साथ होती हैं, but then you being a creator, it's kind of your part to observe these things and then creating content on that. So I think that is what is working out for you well, as far as
Sometimes
I have.
as a creator you have to like keep an eye on everything, becomes a content day to day life. If I'm like spending 500 rupees, even that becomes a content ki on why did I, like for example I went to Goa like recently, वहां पे everywhere I was like taking videos कि अच्छा ये काम आ सकता है यहाँ पे, शॉपिंग में हमने इतने पैसे खर्च किए पर क्यों इतने कम खर्च किए, that maybe
Right. Your mind starts working in that
full
direction.
content in my mind.
Right.
अच्छा इस पे बना सकते हैं, उस पे बना सकते हैं, ये बता सकते हैं लोगों को, यहाँ पे ये टैक्सी का प्रॉब्लम है, अच्छा चलो लेट्स टेल पीपल अबाउट इट, ये.
राइट, सो वही है कि मतलब उस डायरेक्शन में काम करना शुरू कर देता है दिमाग. सो यू जस्ट कीप ऑन नोटिसिंग एवरी स्मॉल थिंग. हमको इतना नहीं, एज अ नॉर्मल पर्सन, मेरे को, मैं 10 रुपए या 100 रुपए भी खर्च कर रही हूँ तो मैं नोटिस नहीं करती हूँ कि वो कितने कम कितने ज्यादा है. सो आई थिंक दैट्स द पावर ऑफ योर कंटेंट दैट्स वर्किंग आउट फॉर यू वेल. Also, like lastly, I would like to ask you, WhatsApp has recently introduced channels, so allowing creators to share updates. So how do you plan to leverage this new particular feature?
So, firstly, it's a godsend feature that Meta has made, because I feel कि दो Instagram पे ये feature था, where you can like broadcast channel वगैरह वगैरह, but still people
हाँ.
had to like follow you to read those, and उसके अलावा reels में भी it's more like a push content than people actually wanting to.
Mhm.
So, but with WhatsApp, people can choose WhatsApp channel. People can choose कि उनको exactly क्या type का content देखना है. अगर for example they want to actually learn from me, then they have a choice कि they can join my WhatsApp channel, and उसमें particular kind of content they can. So it's more of a by choice form of consumption rather
Mhm.
than. तो I think creators के लिए अच्छी चीज़ है कि they can connect with their audience more through these channels,
Mhm.
and. When it comes to me, I'm actually planning a lot of things with the WhatsApp channel.
Okay.
Apart from finance, we are also experimenting with AI right now, because
Right.
I think it's of course it's something that a lot of people want to learn right now, and अभी इतना perfect information है,
नहीं है.
but इतना नहीं है. So I think
Right.
we thought why not embark on it, or so one is that along with finance.
Okay. So, all the very best for all your plans that you have regarding your content and regarding your business plans. It was lovely connecting with you. I personally learned a lot of things from you. So,
Thank
thank you
you
so much for taking out time for this.
so much for inviting.